Welcome to Storytelling.
This week's guest is an engineer by day and gardener by night, growing exotic tropical food usually sourced in the Caribbean. With over 20 years' experience as an engineer, she defies the norm in a male-dominated workforce. Her success in both fields has led to an admiration amongst her peers and a hot pepper sauce brand to be proud of. Please welcome Donna Watson. Hello, Donna, and welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Debbie. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure and a delight to be here today.
Donna, can you share with the audience how we met?
It was such a beautiful day, a nice sunny day, and I met you by working for you in a sense where I'm a gas engineer and I came to your house to service your boiler. And you were very accommodating and very nice to me, stepping into your home, being in your personal domain. And conversations started to roll. And we're like-minded persons that share the same interests of exercising and eating healthy food. And I think that's where it began. And we kept in contact over the how many years ago it was.
And it's just amazing because people don't realize that no matter how and where you meet people, you can always have lifelong friends, most unexpected circumstances.
Indeed, indeed. I have met some really long-term friends, and I would say the elderly folks, being the fact that I gravitate more to, because I grew up with my grandmother, I gravitate more to the older folks. So I have met a lot of friends throughout my career, working, doing their boilers and just having the conversation. So you're right. The place that you meet friends and friends for life, it is really good.
How did your career start? How did you become an engineer?
Interestingly, growing up, I've always wanted to work in the office, dressed up really nicely, wearing my nice suits, high heels, and going into an office. So my career started in the office. When the office was closed down, we were given the chance to retrain and to become an engineer. And I thought to myself, oh my God, the only thing I can do is gardening. At least I'm good with my hands. So I think that was one of the questions in the interview. What can you do? And I thought, well, I'm a gardener and a gas engineer. You need to be physical and make sure that you're quite hands-on in a sense where, and also knowing about safety and everything. So it started from the office and we're just given a van and straight to the college. And that's where my career started as a gas engineer.
So you also mentioned that you're a gardener and that you're very good with your hands. And you also grow the most amazing vegetables in your garden. Can you share some more about what you grow and how?
Thanks very much for that, Debbie. It's really nice coming from you to know that, well, at least I am working, I'm growing, I'm gardening, I'm farming and bringing out stuff that someone will see and really enjoy and realize that, yes, it's amazing. Well, being a gardener, I'm very enthusiastic about it. I love it. It's a passion of mine. The fact that I grew up doing gardening with my grandma, my grandaunt, flowers. I mean, you have so many fruit trees in the yard. So there was no chance of you not learning how to get your hands dirty. So when I came to England, it was one of my things to relax and to start planting stuff. So I started visiting the garden stores. But then over the years, the trajectory changed and I venture into doing vegetables and growing peppers. And it's just catapulted to now. I have a brand. So Yes, I love it. I love the fact that I can put a seed in a compost in the earth and watch that grow and yield so many fruits or vegetable. The delight that it gives to you, that passion, that amazement. And then when you share your stuff, that even double the amazement.
Now, what's really unusual is the type of vegetables that you grow because you don't just grow any vegetables. You
Oh,
grow chocho, you grow Scotch bonnet peppers in your garden. And for anyone listening, these are not your typical things that you will find in a South London garden. How did you manage to achieve these vegetables to grow in your garden?
teamwork. And basically, I work on my own in a sense where, yes, I do get some help, but teamwork in a sense where you connect. Because obviously, as you mentioned, that growing chocha and growing Scotch bonnet peppers, it's pretty much a tropical thing. So by connecting, I mean that I really went out there and found the people who grow these stuff and connected with them to get some seeds and get the chocha seeds from the folks in the allotment. So it started from there because at one stage, the first time I saw chocha growing in London, I was shocked. I was totally taken aback, really shocked. And I thought to myself, really? The only time I saw chocha was when I left Jamaica. So I was shocked. And then I came home and I searched the internet, and there was nowhere to be found on the internet who I could obtain a seed or a plant. But luckily, as I said, I connected with a few people in the allotment. And in my job, I speak to a lot of people. So the connection was there. And I was lucky to get a plant. And it started from there. So I started growing my own. The Scotch bonnet pepper, it's another thing. Listen, I connected with a lady in America, Claire's Culinary Adventure. Oh my gosh. She grows the most amazing Scotch bonnet peppers. And she sent me some seeds. And there I started my Scotch bonnet pepper growing a lot in my back garden. Because I don't own an allotment. I just do my stuff in my back garden. I maximize the space. Would you believe that?
That's absolutely amazing. But can you explain to everyone what a chocho is? Because there are some people who might be confused as to what a chocho is.
Yes, a lot of people are because they don't know. And when they see it, then they think, oh, well, it is a fruit like a pear, but it's basically tasteless in a sense where it's fresh like a cucumber, but it grows on a vine. And the vine is very ferocious. It can take over the whole of your garden if you're not careful. So you just have to do a lot of pruning and watch how it grows. It has a shape like a pear and it has so much benefits. It has so much uses. It is good for blood pressure. You can blend it and drink it. You can use it in soups. And would you believe that apple pies, a lot of apple pies, they use it for filling. So a lot of people use chocho as filling. We call it chocho in Jamaica. However, the Indian communities, they we'll call it chuchu, merliton, and there's so many other names for this one fruit. But it is so good and it's unusual because you have three different types. You have the ones that have some thorns on it, the smooth skin, you have the white, you have the green, and you have the dark green, which people will say it's a black chocho. But yes, honestly, it is something when it grows and you see them hanging off the trees. It's amazing to see those.
One thing that you've become very well known for is your hot pepper sauces. You actually make hot pepper sauces from the Scotch bonnet peppers that you've grown in your garden. I've actually seen your hot pepper sauces for sale in local stores as well. Tell us a bit more about this.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Listen, that is my brand. And I must say, I must give credit to my brother, Wayne, because when I started growing my peppers, I grow other peppers as well, but Scotch bonnet is in a league by itself. Scotch bonnet, a lot of people will use peppers and call it Scotch bonnet because it sells. There are different types of pepper and different names, and there are habaneros that everyone calls Scotch bonnet. But Scotch bonnet peppers, Debbie, it has a unique shape, it has a unique flavor, it has a unique color. So you cannot actually use Scotch bonnet pepper and not knowing that you can smell it a mile away. Once you open it, it's like, it's a flavor that will blow your head in a sense where obviously it's just that nice spicy smell. But yes, I use it to make my pepper sauce. And I must give credit also to Cornfuse Bakery who stocked my pepper sauce. And as I said, my brother Wayne was the one who said to me, start a little cottage thing, use your peppers and make sauces. And I ignored that plea to do it. But then sometimes things never happen before the time. And that's when I started doing my pepper sauce like last year or 2 years ago, I would say, when I started doing it. And it has taken off. And I must say, thank you, Debbie. You have been an instrument in my video because that video is a professional video showing how I make the sauce. So thank you.
No, that was very fun making that video with you. And I want to talk about your videos as well, because you produce a number of videos, not only about pepper sauce, the one that we made together, but also you do a lot of recipes and you demonstrate how to make lots of different Caribbean foods. What people love about your videos is that you're so expressive. You're just yourself in those videos, which is so infectious.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know what it is? You cannot fake yourself. It's best to be yourself in whatever you do because if you try to be someone else, it will definitely show. So if I started a video and I'm laughing and singing and using my hats and expressing myself, that's me. That's what you see and that's what you get. The fact that I am very expressive in my videos is to ensure that people understand what I am talking about. I want you to relate to what I am doing, understand that this is how it's done. And I want you to actually try my way because listen, as I said, my mantra is the sun and the moon shines for the whole world. The cake is big enough for all of us to have a slice. So if I do it my way and you like it, bravo. Continue watching, put it that way.
Donna, what advice would you give to someone because you have a multifaceted career and you're very talented? I mean, there's not many people that can say that they are both an engineer and a gardener. But what would you say to anyone listening who feels inspired by your journey?
I would say anyone who wants to become an engineer in a male dominated field, go for it. Don't let nothing hold you back. It took me how many attempts to pass my exams, and that is okay. We're not perfect, and some people learn quicker than some. And I think I was one of the persons who took time to learn my skills because you're going into a field that you have to be 100% safe. You have to ensure that your customers are taken care of. And when you leave that customer house, everything is okay. So if you are someone who wants to go into being an electrician, a gas engineer, just seek out how, where, ask someone. I mean, I'm here if someone wants to, and if they listen to what we're talking about, they can reach out and I can give them some tips because it helps. Being an engineer, don't be afraid. A lot of people are afraid. Oh, gas. One of the first things that our trainer said to us is that, do you use gas to cook? We said, yes. Well, he said, have respect. So you just have to have respect for whatever you do. And if you want something, just give it a try. Simple. Being a gardener, oh, that is the easiest thing you can ever think of because all you need to do is just get some soil and some seeds and watch something grow, and then you have something to eat. It's on the stove cooking, and it's from your garden. It's organic. It's authentic. It's what you've grown. You've seen that turn into a cucumber, and you can have that in a salad, and you feel so good because when the tree bears, one seed can give you hundreds, if not, I'm being exaggerating there, but it can give you a lot of cucumbers and you can share because a lot of times when you are a gardener and you plant things, you just don't keep it to yourself, you share. So that's two things I would say. I'd be an advocate to say, go for it, take it by the horn. Do not stop. Don't let nothing stop you in life. Try, try, try. If you fail, they say 7 times fall and 8 time rise. And remember, the 8 time you rise, that's when you'll soar like a plane in the sky.
Donna, you have been very inspiring, and I want to thank you so much for being a guest on this podcast.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed every moment of it. Thanks for having me, Debbie.
If you would like further details about Donna, then please follow links in the show notes.